Okay, this next section is about the deprivation of due process by both Denny's and the state of California. California Code of Judicial Ethics 3B7. A judge shall accord to every person who has a legal interest in a proceeding or that person's lawyer full right to be heard according to law. So after being suspended for a rule that does not exist at Denny's, I immediately turned in my appeal because I did not want the suspension on my record. I bugged them about it all the time, but was never given my opportunity to fight it or tell my side of the story because of me being deprived of my chance to appeal an unjust suspension. They are guilty of depriving me of my due process rights. And since that unjust suspension is still on my record to this very day, and because it is a central factor involved with my whole case, the time since the last unlawful incident will always be only 1 day. So even though right now I am still within the time limits, my right to sue letter doesn't expire until March 20th, 2020. 2020. But even if you continue to ignore doing your duties and trying to stall me from getting my justice, it will still have been only 1 day since the last incident. So not only did Denny's deprive me of my due process rights, all these all these departments and state officials are also guilty of depriving me of my due process rights. I have contacted the correct places for my causes of action, the ones who are responsible for enforcing the laws. I have clearly stated the violations to them, and they have still chosen to ignore me this whole entire time. I have went through all the proper procedures. I have exhausted all of my resources at all of the levels. To get my right to sue letter, DFEH tried to pull a bunch of tricks to avoid giving it to me at all, even after I went through all the necessary procedures. Let's see. One of the lawyers I spoke with then told me I was somehow automatically disqualified because of something within the first two sentences I read to her on my right to sue letter. Everybody is trying everything they possibly can in order to get me not to be heard. They have got to be hiding something. I will have a list of all the places and people I have contacted. I gave every single one of them all the information. They just chose to ignore me. California Labor Code 98.6 says a person shall not discharge an employee or in any manner discriminate, retaliate, or take any adverse action against any employee or applicant for employment for them filing a bona fide complaint. But that is exactly what they did. And now the overseers of this system are letting it slide. Affording due process means recognizing the employee's right to be informed of unsatisfactory performance and to have a chance to defend himself and improve before any adverse employment action is taken. I was deprived of this right. I was deprived of this right then by Denny's, just as I am being denied this or deprived of this right now by the state of California.